Good morning. Welcome to my channel, Crystal Medicine. Um, so I began to talk about my story. I just woke up and it's almost 4 a.m. So I woke up 3:13, and I always wake up and I get these angel numbers, and it's guiding me, and I'm listening as much as possible. I am aware of the messages coming in from the higher realms, and I have been doing that for a long time. And during this journey, I start to see how low frequency and high frequency works. How low frequency doesn't want us moving into our connecting with our inner light, opening our chakras and become who we really are. On my journey, I have seen I see into the past, and I can recognize each moment where low frequency are very much involved in keeping me where they want me to be. This is especially done with people who are close, meaning family, my mom, sister, um, and people around me that comes in with a fake agenda, and it's like almost too good to be true. So when I look at it now, I see low frequency within it. So I just had an experience here on Bali. I had a few encounters, and it was like um, a wolf with sheep clothing, and that's I smiled towards it. You know, they not almost got me, but I experienced it, and then I say back, thank you for that. Thank you for giving me that experience. You know, they tried to make me lie, especially lie. And you know why they did that? It's because they wanted me to lie so they could enter and interfere. And I understand that it's really a powerful force that would use any means to get to you. And what I just did right now when I woke up, because I had trouble sleeping, because I needed to really see every single um, energy behavior in this person. And I really got the experience of, okay, I need to be more aware of these signs in the future. So I will come back to this story, and I will tell it one day. But right now, I feel like I will just keep it there and let it hover within me for a while and observe it. But to go back to my journey and where I come from and family wise, I remember my mom, she was beating me like with a hanger. She was beating me with a belt. And I can't remember what I did wrong, but that doesn't really matter. And that's why I can't remember it, because as a kid, right, if I'm 6, 7, 8 years old, it doesn't really matter what you did. You don't deserve to be punished with a belt. But this specific time, that was actually the end of it. Me being beaten by a belt, because I just remember, and I remember it as it was yesterday. And I was crying, screaming because she was holding the belt, and I was laying on my stomach with the back up, and she was beating me on the back. And then the belt hit me so hard that it hurt so much that I had to turn around, because I didn't want it to be on my back anymore. And at that time, specific time when I turned, the belt hit me in the face, just like right here. And she stopped because then it was now visible for everyone to see. And I had to go to school next day, and I had to lie to everybody. Even though you could see the mark, I said there was a cat that did it. In in my memory, I remember that I was telling teachers and my friends that it was a cat. And I have the sense that no one believed me, but I wanted to believe that. So that created like a when I look at it now, I understand that um just by she was doing that, she made some blocks for me. And for any human being to process any trauma and wounds, because it sits within you for so long, and it's just eating you up slowly, and you start to form a life where you don't trust others, you don't trust humanity. You start to build up walls that, especially if it's your mom or dad, or if it's someone that's very close to you, that actually is supposed to give you love, but then does it otherwise, or they manipulate, they give you love, but it's not real love, and then they just act like it. And then you start to not trust that in your life. And then when you grow up, you start to not attract the real people into your life, because you don't trust anything. Your mind is going 500 kilometers an hour, or 500 miles an hour. And it's like going in any direction, and it makes like a frustration because your inner self wants to be aligned, calm, and within harmony and balance, but then as well, it wants to just represent who you truly are with love. And then this commotion from outside, the disturbance, the noise of the trauma. So, this is why it's so important for, and we all have some kind of trauma in our lives, one way or the other. And it's not about poorness or richness. It's we have to understand when we go through this journey that it's not the people itself. This is a low frequency interfering with humanity. So what happens is that I understand that this entity, this energy, low frequency, or in a religion way, it's a demonic energy that has been affecting my mom to do these things, and she has not been able to sense it, see it, feel it, and she didn't choose to say, what is me, what is the true me, and what is not me. So she's been manipulated as well as she manipulates me and creates trauma in my life. I chose with my heart and my whole body, my light, my love, to forgive her for everything. My sister, I spoke to her for, I didn't speak to her for maybe 2, 3 years or something like that. And I remember I had a phone call with her, and she's like really broken because she went through even worse things than me. And she was older as well. Um, and I just told her when we had that phone call that I I wish her to just forgive my mom. And I told her, you don't need to talk to her. You just need to just let go. Set yourself free. So this is what it's about. It's not about forgiving. It's not about you need to sit and hold hands with that person. Forgiveness is all about setting yourself free. Relieve yourself from guilt, doubt, fear, um, any attachment, energy wise. So when you forgive, you release that bond you have with that person. You send love and light, right? And you can make your own choice of what you want to do with that forgiveness. You can let it rest and say, the past is the past. I forgive for all your actions, and I release myself from the fear, from the trauma, and I just see it from a perspective from my inner self that I radiate love and light towards everything that has happened. I release that. Um, and you can do it for every scenario. I believe that it's not something that you have to just say once. If you had like in my scenario, and probably billions of people out there, that it's never one case scenario. There's many small arguments and scenarios where there was things that has happened. So you really need to go in and pinpoint all these situations and actions that has been occurred, and you need to release it with forgiveness, send it love and light, and then as well surround this person in your mind and give them a loving hug, send them love and light, you know. um I know it's difficult for you guys out there to forgive, to forget, but we have unconditionally love within us. We just need to bring it forward. And as I said, you don't need to sit and hold hands with that person. You do this for you, not for anyone else. So at least you're gonna detach yourself from that bond, that energy. Um, what I wanted to say as well, that um, this energy doesn't want you to do this. So you need to be strong. You know, the journey up to or warming up to do this, and you start to do the practice of thinking about the past and work your way through every scenario and release all these trauma feelings. um it will interfere with your mind, and you can choose to go deep into a emotional state where you feel sad and you start to create the like an inner voice saying, why did this person do this to me, and do I really deserve this? And um and it's just like a hurtful, really hurtful feeling, like someone just takes your heart and chops it up with an axe, right? And pulls it and throws it and stamps on it. That's the feeling. And you really need to just use your inner love and understand that nobody can break your love. Nobody can break it. That you are strong. You are a core light source. And to gain that and remove those thoughts, so you lay there and you start to think about all the scenarios, and you forgive and you forgive and you forgive. You let it go, you let it go, but you let it go with a positive impact towards it. Um, so this comes, forgiveness doesn't come from the outside, like just saying it. It has to come from the inside. You have to believe it to release it. But I'm telling you, this is such a relief to do that. And you can burst out in tears. You can laugh and smile afterwards because you're gonna feel lighter for every single little thing. Um, and I've been doing this through my journey, building up my strength, my light, my inner self, developing, growing, and we all need to do that. We all need to do our inner work to find our true light. And I just want to say that, the more it's hard work. Trust me, it's hard work. Emotionally, sensitivity is like, you know, and at the same time, working with your thoughts being focused on being in the positive and thoughts that belongs to you. But the thing is, this journey is to get to know what belongs and what doesn't belongs. The wounds needs time to heal. Your body needs time to heal. Your mind needs time to adjust to the way of the new positive frequency, because it has been for years since childhood being in a state of mind, and suddenly something is going on. So you start to be very reactive on different things. And that's why it's so important to understand that this is such a simple thing, but we're working with a very complex system that is our blockage DNA, our nervous system, our entire body system, birdie, um, and it just takes time. I wish I could sit with people and go through it day by day, you know. But nowadays we are lucky as well that we can do these videos. You can listen. I will continue. And you know, if you have anything that you can resonate with this and you feel that you need help, always don't hesitate. Just reach out. I'll always be there. Always. Um, we need to rise in a collective way. I want to see humanity smile. I want you to be happy, to release any burden, any suffering you have, um, so you can see and feel and experience your own light. Yeah, so this is enough for this video. It's almost, yeah, 22 minutes. And love and light to all of you. Um, I will continue my story, sharing my experience. I'll do my tarot card reading. I will do motivation speech. I'll do all kinds of things. But I just felt like I wanted to talk about this. I'm still talking about my childhood, and then I will continue to when I became a teenager, and then in my 20s, late 20s, then early 30s, and so on, so on. And it's just like there's so many layers of things that has happened in my life that has just been, as I just told you now, this is from when I was born until I'm 8 years old, and I'm not even like quarter through that. You know, there's so many things that are there. And yeah, so um but I'm here shining my light and moving forward, not only for me but for all of you. I went through this so I can help others, and I'm very grateful for that. So, love and light to you. Love you and stay strong. Stay within your light. Ciao.